Hey guys, welcome to our next tips and tricks video. This is going to be a continuation of the last one where we did an overview of the FluentControl software, kind of just showed you where everything was at. What I didn't have time to cover was that you can customize the layout of your FluentControl to work best for you. So let me show you a few examples. Over in the left here for the control bar that I showed you in the last video, there are three windows here that you can navigate through. This can be a little overwhelming to look at times. Maybe it's too much text, too many windows, hard to navigate. You can go up to settings and control bar views, and there are a couple of other options that you can choose from. So now I'm in expert mode. Let's check out novice. And if you look at how this changes, it's essentially collapsed all of those three windows down into one, and all of the icons have gotten a lot larger. If we click on this category at the top, this is going to bring us to all of the categories. And then if I want to find commands, this like window is going to slide to show the different groups of commands. And then if I click on FCA, for example, I can get all of my FCA commands here. The novice view, or the power view, excuse me, is similar to the novice in organization. You only have one window here, and everything slides across as you select it. Your icons are just smaller. This can be a nice view as well. I'm just gonna pop mine back to expert because that's what I'm used to working in. And I'll let that load while I show you a couple of other things. So, this is probably pretty obvious, but you can change the size of your windows if you want to make something bigger or smaller. You can toggle these up and down, so that can be handy. Maybe if I'm dragging my work table window down, this still isn't enough room for how much I want to be programming. So if I've got a ton of lines here, maybe I want a better view. What you can do, all of these windows can actually move. The layout can completely change. So if you click on the title bar and drag, I can pull this work table editor window out. If you have a second monitor, you could throw it there, or you could just leave it here, kind of hide it. The other thing that you can do also is dock it in a completely different location. So you see these light gray boxes that pop up when you click and hold on your window. What I can do is drag it to one of those boxes, let's say this right one, and it's going to dock that window there for you. So then maybe I can expand this here, and if I really need to look at my work table, I can just zoom in. So that's something that you can do and play around with. Another thing too is all of these windows have this little pin or thumbtack icon on them. That will actually let you pin that window. So if I do that with this info pad, as you just saw, you can see I've got a tab up here for info pad. When I hover over it, all of that information just expands out. So that's something you can play around with too. If you wanted, I could do that for my control bar as well. If you want to get it back, you just have to click that little pin again, and it will dock it back for you. Sometimes you can lose some of your windows. Like, for example, I am missing my info pad. It's not even in a tab up here that's auto hiding. If you go to window, you'll see all of these options. So if I select info pad, it's going to come back for me, and I can just pin it again. Something that is handy to have is trace view. We'll go over this probably in several videos from now. And this is also where you can open your 3D simulator, which is something we'll cover soon. So yeah, those are all of the different ways that you can play with just the layout and the views of your software. That way, play around with it while you're programming, see what you like best, and hopefully this will help you become a more efficient programmer. Thanks, and stay tuned for more.